feature story tonight is very far-reaching and deserves our careful attention. We're focusing on the rise of anti-Semitic hate crimes. Last week's deadly shootout in Jersey City highlights a recent wave of anti-Semitic attacks not only in our area, but across the country. And joining us right now to discuss what's being done to prevent these attacks, this is Jason Seamus, and he is the CEO of the Jewish Federation of Northern New Jersey, and Eric Goldstein, the CEO of the UJA Federation of New York. Thank you both for being here. You know, this is a very sensitive subject, very difficult. It really impacts so many people, and we're hoping for some kind of better understanding, some kind of action that will just give us brighter days ahead. Jason, let me start with you, okay? We're talking about what happened in Jersey City last week. What are you hearing from the law enforcement authorities in New Jersey and what your organization is doing too?
So for now, first of all, thank you for having us.
Yes.
Law enforcement has been incredibly supportive, as well as the elected officials. And what we're hearing for them is that the investigation is going to leave no stone uncovered, so to speak. And they're really trying to get at the root of it. Equally important for us in the Jewish community is their assurances about stepping up patrols and the rapid response teams to all of the Jewish institutions and organizations in the area, just to reassure us. Federation itself is undertaking community building measures with the local community, reaching out to the councilmen, the elected officials, leaders.
Yeah, you're out there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We have to build coalitions to get this thing.
We do. There's a tremendous amount of work to be done here. Eric, you know, we look at the stats, you know, hate crimes in New York City up 63%. There's a massive problem across the country as well, record numbers. What is your organization doing? How are you handling this? How are you reacting to it?
So, this is the largest Jewish community in the world in New York, and maintaining security, making people feel comfortable that they can come into Jewish institutions and to continue to engage Jewishly is a critical priority. So there are two pieces. The first is the defensive piece. We have to have appropriate security. We're grateful to the mayor's office for opening up the new office for the protection of hate crimes.
Right.
We're also grateful to the NYPD for all it's done. They've just added a new department to focus on intelligence with respect to racial and ethnic motivated hate crimes. And then so we're working with them to provide institutions. Every Jewish institution in New York needs a security assessment. For those who can't afford, we're making it available. That allows them to qualify for government funding. Second, we're creating a much broader infrastructure of security so that any institution in New York that wants to know where do you get the best training, how do you connect with your local law enforcement, that we're there to help connect them. And look, it's critically important.
I know this is all good, you know, but when you look back and you start thinking about some of the horrific things that have happened, you know, the massacre, the synagogue in Pittsburgh, one after another. What is the root here, gentlemen? How do we get to the heart of solving this problem? How do we make it better? What do you think?
I think it's really complicated, and we have to always remember that the majority of Americans aren't conducting these acts, that these are lone wolves who are finding comfort through social media, the dark web, and these other new outlets that weren't available all these years ago.
Eric, is that a problem, social media?
Yeah, I think it's a huge problem. I think it makes all of this hatred, copycat acts, it's all available online and very, very difficult to monitor and police. Again, a lot of local law enforcement and FBI more broadly focused on trying to get a handle on social media, but clearly makes it very available to
Listen,
anyone.
you're working nationwide, okay? You have your organizations here nationwide. You're working very hard. We're looking for answers. We certainly hope we find them to make this a better world, a better place, okay? Thank you so much for the work that you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Coming up next year, he's cooking up a lot more than